Asay lemanchem lo lemanenu. There was this 35-year-old lady. She had 9 kids, and she had, I don't know, terrible yenemachla, and that's it was it was. She knew she has an hour or two left. That's it, and she sends out her kids because she didn't want them to see. Apparently, she didn't want them to see. They thought so that she didn't want them to see her dying. So she sent them out. They went out. She didn't see. She They didn't close the door all the way, and as daughters do, they yeah. So they were listening in, and she, with the letzte koite, she says to the Rebbeinu Shalom, "Was ist to haben? What are you going to have? What are you going to gain if from one more Matzeiva in the Beis HaKvaros? What are you going to gain from a few more kapitel of Tilim by the Levaya? If you give me a new life, and you give me a chance, Mr. Koil Yochel, because you're a melech. A melech is a Koil Yochel. Like Chana told the Eibishter, Vayispalil al Hashem, not El to al Hashem for the sake of God. It's the greatest will Hashem. If you take a good person and they don't have kids, and they don't have nachas of the kids, and they don't have shidduchim, and they don't have gesund and parnasa and mazel. It's chafil Hashem. What is the world going to say? Melech is kol yochol. It looks like that you're not competent. It looks like that the kensnish, or even worse, maybe you don't even love me. I don't want for the tefillah. I daven for your sake, leman Hashem. Please give me a kid so shouldn't be a chil Hashem. And she davened Hashem, and at almost 20 years she davened, 19 plus years, and she had a baby. And then she said when Eli wanted to she wanted to do away. He wanted to do it with Eli. I'll give you a better kid, and she says, I want my kid. I don't need better. Alana says Palalti. I davened for this kid almost 20 years. I put in so much koiches and me and shveis. I put in my whole essence. I put in every drop, every neshama that I have, that I possess. I put into this kid. I don't want freebies. I want something that I invested my whole life and everything that I ever have, and I invested in that. So when she says, Hashem, what are you going to have from another caver? What are you going to have another tombstone and the base of Kvaros as if you don't have enough? What are you going to have with another few Yisayim with a few Kaddishes? And that's the Yiskadl is it's a Gavaldig Gazah. But I want to offer you the following, she says, Hashem, if you give me back my life, I'll sacrifice everything I have. And with great joy and pleasure, I'll I'll do everything for you. I'll go to the Beis Yisayimim, the orphanages, the old home, the Moshe Zakenim, students that don't have. If it's in the weekends, if it's Ben Azmanim, if it's Yom Tov, wherever there's a need, I'm going to volunteer without a penny. My husband works for Hashem; he brings in the money. I'm going to volunteer for free. I'll from the morning to the after to, in the morning and the afternoon. I'll devote myself 100% for free to cook and bake. I know how to cook, I know how to bake, and I'll bake for everybody wherever you need me in every kitchen, and I'll always be there for the shul, for the kela. I'll always be there. And guess what? Within a few days, she was out of the hospital. Never took the chemotherapy didn't work. Nothing worked. All the organs just were turned off. Literally, at the rate she thought she has an hour left. That if you become a blessing unto Ma'asecha Baruch is the greatest blessing in the world. Try to help out others, and if you don't have it in you, so at least give them compliments. At least light up somebody's day. Give them physics, something. There's no such a thing that there's nobody that can get. There are people who are so low, are so broken, so lonely. Anybody, a nobody would go over to them and give them a good word. It would mean the whole world to them. So I'm not saying no excuses, but don't sell yourself short. Everybody can help and give somebody blowing new oxygen, new life into somebody.